You know, mentors don't tell me I go find work. They say if I drive, you not go pay. I'm on a very long trip.
What's up, YouTube?
Away from Diamond
What's happening, all the wonderful drivers out there, the fantastic passengers? You guys are welcome to the Driverpreneur channel. And in today's video, I want to talk about 5 reasons why drivers hardly make profits doing rideshare full time, and this is causing a lot of drivers to quit driving ride sharing. So guys, stay with me in today's video. Let's run over these 5 things together. Hopefully you are able to learn 1 or 2 things, and I hope this video gives values to you. So let's go. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm all suited up, Today is Tuesday. It's a cool day in Lagos. It rained some few hours ago, so I felt like let me just look different today. Put on one of my favorite suits. This one a drip on drip. Yes, and today's video is proudly sponsored by GoverRide. GoverRide is a new ride-sharing app that is coming to take the market by storm with its new and improved features for both drivers and riders. On GoverRide, you have the flexibility as a driver, without being penalized, to accept trips that are convenient for you. It's so fantastic. Going through the application has been very awesome, very easy to navigate around, not complex. And then one very beautiful thing I love about the app is the ability to set destination without limits. I noticed that you can set destination and there was no limit cap on amount of destination you can set. This is very good for drivers. It will be helpful for you as a driver if you are done for the day and you want to go home. Instead of taking trips that are taking you opposite direction to your home, you can always set destination towards your home. Other features that are available on the app is the ability to order for special services like ambulance services, firefighter services, and this is very well improved in terms of ride sharing. It is first of its kind, and I'm so glad that we are having an app coming into the country with such features, because I've had times where I had to take trips with riders, with accident victims, and it's just left my car in a mess. My car wasn't equipped for that kind of situation. I just had somebody bleeding in my car. I felt very bad because I could do nothing. I could just watch and drive and hope the person didn't lose his life. But with GoverRide, you can order for special services like ambulance, to cater for emergency services. Other features that are available for you as a driver is, regardless of the car you drive, you have a category on the GoverRide. It's either you are on premium, you are on business, or you are on the basic. So I'm not going to say everything here. You just go check out the app yourself. The link is in the description. Go to the description, download it. It's available both on Apple and Google Play Store. So go download it and check it out. Also, remember to use my promo code when you are registering, when you are signing up to drive on GoverRide, so I get paid their affiliate program. Yes, GoverRide has a very standard working affiliate program where you earn up to about 5,000 naira for referring new drivers to the platform. So guys, go check that link out and download the Gover app today. Yes, what is going on? Why are drivers quitting? And this is not only happening here in Nigeria, it's happening all over the world. Like, I follow many forums on the internet where drivers, communicate, and drivers from communities. I just put it upon myself to not just follow driver community in Nigeria, but also to follow driver community other parts of the world. Like, I follow Atlanta drivers, I follow New York drivers, I follow South African drivers, I follow Kenya drivers, I follow Ghanaian drivers and some other drivers. And the complaint is the same thing almost everywhere. Like, the complaint is almost the same thing everywhere in the world. However, there are some slight difference between Nigeria and some other countries, but it's not exactly totally different. Like, I saw a post from an Atlanta group where a driver, outrightly said she quits, that she is not driving no more, that it's not worth it, and like it's not worth doing ride sharing anymore. That she probably go do something else, like go look for a job, or whichever thing she's fine doing, that's better than ride sharing. So the first reason why a lot of drivers, get frustrated, they quit the ride sharing hustle, which for me is a very good side hustle if you ask me, especially if you have a car. It's a good side hustle. Is the first reason is you do not have good knowledge about your city. You do not understand the schedule of your city, how your city works. And I'll give example with Lagos where I drive. In Lagos, in the morning on a Monday down through Friday, if you miss going out as early as 5 a.m., believe me, you've missed it for that day. You've missed it for that day, because that early morning is the time where a lot of people, a lot of users want to probably get to work or go to the airport, or that early morning is always a rush hour in a city like Lagos where there's a lot of traffic. Like I said, I'm using Lagos as an example. Lagos, you have to leave the house early enough so you can catch in on that early morning rush. If you miss it that early morning, you've missed it for that day. So just try to wake up in the morning, fulfill those first trips. Trust me, before you know it, before 12 o'clock or 10 o'clock, you already start seeing something reasonable on your app. Then if you want to drive like the style I use in driving lately, once I do the early morning rush, I come back home to do school runs and then probably just relax, do videos, because I'll start focusing more on the channel. So that afternoon when I'm home, I'll just think of videos ideas, to put up to the channel, keep educating people that follow the channel, keep entertaining people that follow the channel, So that early morning, you have to be out there. I don't know if that works in your own city. You can let us know in the comment section. You guys experience rush in the morning, people going to work, people going to the airport, people trying to get to school, because that's what is obtainable here. So that morning, you make reasonable amount of money working in the morning, as in going out that early in Lagos. Number two, what I've noticed is why do drivers don't make money is that a lot of drivers lose focus when they are driving. This happens to me. I've experienced it too myself. Like I'm driving and then a rider tells me that, maybe rider does find you interesting and find you cool. I want to hang out with you and say, what's up now? Do you have time? Can I spend some time? Let's, go in here and like just, gist, talk, probably have a drink or two. And then you're accepting that offer. Meanwhile, you should have a target as a driver. You should have, okay, today I'm going to make 20K. Today I'm going to make 15K. And when you have that focus, just go with it. Say, okay, I'm going to give 12 hours of my day-to-day driving, or 10 hours of my day-to-day driving, or 8 hours of my day-to-day driving, and then you stick by it and go by it. And before the end of the day, you see that you achieve your target. But when you start getting distracted, every invitation to go hang out, every invitation to go have a break, you accept. I've done it in the past. There was a time I spent a night with some guys in an apartment. Like we just chilled all through the night when I was supposed to be driving. And the next day I realized I didn't make any extra bucks. These guys didn't even pay me for all my time. They just felt that they were doing me a favor by making me hang out in the apartment and just having good time and doing all what you can call good time. Anyways, so if you want to make something reasonable, stop losing focus. When you get out there on the wheels, put your mind on the wheels that within so hours, I'm going to be facing my driving and then closing to go do other things. Constant distraction will keep you away from achieving your financial goal. There's a colleague of mine I respect a lot. He drives the Honda Civic just like myself. In fact, it's one of the people that encouraged me to buy the Honda Civic. Lately he just called me that, hello guy, Alpha Omo, I don't get enough money to buy another car. And I was like, wow, man, you try you. Like this is somebody I knew that started from scratch, was able to consistently, saved up money. Now he just bought another car. He saved up every day. He gave himself a target at 15,000 naira daily for the past over about 5 months or 6 months or thereabouts, and now he's been able to save enough money to buy another car to expand his business. That is a successful driver, if you ask me. Number 3 thing that's making a lot of drivers not make any profits while driving and quitting is you don't know how to negotiate. You don't know how to negotiate with people that repair cars, the car artisans, the mechanics, the car electricians. You just leave yourself at their mercy, and when they give you price or they do shitty job for you, you don't know how to stand up for yourself and say, no, this was not properly done, I want it done this way, or I'm not paying you full because of you didn't give me the job the way it's supposed to be. And I don't blame you for that. A lot of us do not have good knowledge about cars, so we just depend on the information these guys gives us. And a solution to this is for you to brushing up yourself about more information about car. If you check up on YouTube, there are a lot of channels that share content relating to car troubles and so that this can give you an idea of the problem with your car. Then you can have a negotiation edge when it comes to dealing with these guys, because if you leave yourself at their mercy, these guys are going to run you down and send you back to the village if you don't up your game in when it comes to car knowledge. So that's the third reason why a lot of drivers are quitting and not making any profit. Number 4, you don't have any side or supporting hustle. If there's one thing I learned from my very first job I got after my youth service while I finished university was, the importance of having multiple streams of income. Yes, I got a job immediately I finished my NYC with a restaurant, where I worked as a restaurant manager. And in that restaurant, I learned something from the business owner. The business owner was very good at his craft when it comes to cooking continental dishes, but he didn't just stop there. The man added landscaping to his business, to his food business. Just before you enter into the main restaurant, outside is a floating garden that this man designed himself. He has a whole bunch of plants like orchids, palms, creeping plants. He designed the outdoor space in such a way that anybody that sees that outdoor space just love the piece of work, the piece of artwork done with plant there. And most of the time they ask, who did this landscaping? And he'll be like, I'm the one that did it. And this man has gotten a lot of businesses, a lot of landscaping businesses from that section of his restaurant. He displayed his work around his restaurant, and then he's always getting people that come to buy his food. Most of them end up, patronizing his landscaping businesses. This taught me the power of having multiple businesses and business that complement themselves. So if you're a driver, you can think of something you can add to your driving business that can augment or complement that business, so that you don't depend solely on just driving. So when maybe your car is having a downtime, or you don't feel like driving, you just want to take a break off driving, maybe you want to take like 2 or 3 months off the road, you can do other businesses that will give you money, so you don't solely depend on just driving, because solely depending on just driving will make your car age faster and wear out easily. The last and not the least point of why drivers hardly make profits and are quitting is your car is taking the bulk of your profits. Your car is taking the bulk of your profit. This is one of the reasons why a lot of drivers end up getting frustrated and quit. I'll give myself as an example. When I started ride sharing about 3 years ago, I was driving a Mercedes-Benz C-Class, and some of the components on that vehicle were so expensive to replace, especially the suspension. It was a very fantastic car. I loved it. I loved the interior. I love the way the car looks. I love the way the car drives. But the car wasn't built to, be a knockabout car. It's a luxurious car. It's a car for pleasure and enjoyment. So anytime I had to change a component, like for example, the lower arm of that car, once the ball joint go bad, you have to buy a complete lower arm. Unlike the car I currently drive, which is a Honda Civic, I recently changed my ball joints. Very cheap, 5,000 for the two, whereas the Mercedes-Benz, just one side was going to cost me 35,000 naira. Imagine having to take 35,000 naira from, driving when you've already swear to make the money. Then you're not taking 35. That's like a week remittance. 35,000 is a week remittance. So a week of work used to buy just one component. It was crazy. The car was definitely eating all my profit, and that was frustrating me and making me have a second thought of probably getting a job or quitting rideshare for good. But I had to readjust. I had to, sell off the car and then buy what I know I can easily, comfortably maintain. So that is the last point. So that is the last one. You have to evaluate, is my car taking too much than necessary when it comes to maintenance? So guys, that is it for today's video. 5 reasons why drivers don't make profit and are quitting. So guys, remember to check out the GoverRide app on the description of this video. Check it out and download it. Let's show massive support for this indigenous ride-sharing app that has come to make driving more comfortable for drivers, and also that has come to give riders a lot of options. When it comes to your pockets, it's pocket friendly because you have a lot of options. There's SUV, there's premium category, there's business class, and there's the regular. So you have choice, because in life, the sweet thing in life is choices. When you have choices to make, as in you have a whole lot of options to pick from, that's what makes life sweet. So go check it out and check the amazing features in the app so you can start using GoverRide, and do not forget to use my referral code. So guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
You know, mentors don't tell me I go find work. They say if I drive, you not go pay. I'm on a very long trip.